Today we're going to be using a color technique I learned from Redken for color corrections. This technique utilizes direct dyes to color correct. So we can see this hair has a green, very green tinge to it. So what we're going to be doing is using a direct dye. We're going to be using our Matrix So Color called Red, because we know that red is opposite green on the color wheel. So that means that they are going to neutralize one another. I've divided my guest into 4 quadrants, separating the left from right and the front from the back. I'm then going to apply my color as I would a retouch refresh. So I'm going to start in the front quadrant, applying to the scalp and zone 1. Normally I would be wearing gloves, but I don't have any, so I'm going to be utilizing a balayage board to apply the color to the hair without getting my hands dirty. So you can see that I'm taking my strokes in a diagonal back. However, for the purpose of visual, I'm going to start from the bottom of my section. Notice how I've tried to keep my guest's face as clean as possible, because we know direct dyes can sometimes be difficult to get off the skin. So now that I've done my full retouch, I'm going to work my way back down for my refresh. So taking the same size diagonal back sections. Because I don't have gloves, I'm utilizing my balayage board for a neat, clean application, making sure I saturate the hair all the way through. I also want to note that I didn't use any dilution in my direct dye, because the hair isn't really a mint green, it's more of a forest green. If we were using a formula to correct a more of like a mint green, then I would probably dilute my formula to almost a pink or a peach. I'm then going to work through the other side of the front section and then through both back quadrants in the exact same manner as a retouch refresh using our Matrix So Color called Red Direct Dye. Now, because we used a mannequin that was about a level 6, you can see the hair that was green is nice and brown and neutralized, whereas some of the hair that was a natural level 6 is a little bit more red or auburn. So it's just something you want to take into account when doing a color correction. Not to mention, this is a mannequin that was previously foliaged and then dyed green. So her ends that are super porous grab very, very, very warm. So porosity is another thing you want to think about, especially when we discuss dilution and possibly adding clear to our formula.